Hello guys, this is part 2 of Ladder Escape. In part 1 we did the mount, and in part 2 we will be escaping from the mount. Yay. Okay, so again, all you guys gotta do is get into your ladder mount. Now from here what you do is on your right hand, between your thumb and index finger, you'll notice a gap. You see this string because of my weird yo-yoing, attaching the string to my index finger, so just ignore it. The yo-yo's here, right? So what you do is you're going to take the yo-yo, you're going to come up and go through that gap. So the yo-yo basically just goes through this gap. If that is kind of unclear, just post a comment and I'll do that again. This part, right? Then what you do, you come from the left and hook the yo-yo to the right. So the yo-yo should be on your right side now, draped over your index finger. On your left hand, you're going to see this loop over your index finger. You're going to put your fingers in, and you're going to land. My ear is running out of spin, so I'll explain this in more detail. But what you do is you take it and you land it on the left hand bottom string, like so. On your right hand, there's going to be a loop. You can see it around my finger. I'm going to drop the loop. I'm going to be in a kind of green triangle, and I'm going to pop that triangle out from the front. Okay? So that's how you escape the first part. So what's going to happen, just to give you guys a bit of a kind of up ahead status, you're going to be kind of jumping out of 2 mini green triangles, and that's the first one. And then we go into the hardest part of the trick, which isn't hard in itself. It's just hard because people don't explain it right, and it takes a while, a month, for you to get. Okay, so again, you go into the ladder mount. Alright, I'll go over a brief overview of the first part. Take the yo-yo on your right string, put it through the gap. Come from the left, hook it to the right, open up the strings on your left hand, and put the yo-yo on the very bottom string. Drop the very first string on your, the loop on your right hand, and pop out. Now we're here. Now you want to take it and you want to land it on the, see on your right hand, the very bottom string. You take the yo-yo, and when you pop out of that green triangle, you keep the strings around your left hand. So you come, my yo-yo is running out of spin again, tilting. Alright, you come, you land it on that right hand bottom string. On your left hand, you drop all the strings except the one on your thumb, and you pop out from the front. Alright, one more explanation of that, and then I will explain the part that is tough to explain, but will try to explain to the best of my ability. Okay. So again, 2 green triangles, and then the slack whip, which is not that hard for those of you that fear slack whip, slack tricks. It's not really a trick, it's just a movement. Okay, so I'll just let them out, pass through the gap, left strings, land, drop, pop out, swing around. Okay, right hand, remember, this is the bottom right hand string. If any of you want an explanation of this part again, I will do it. Take the yo-yo and put it on that bottom string. Left hand drop and pop. Okay, now this part is hard to explain, but I will try. And for this I'm going to stop the yo-yo. Okay, so now you have this formation of string. Now what do you do? Okay, so for the yo-yo, first of all, you drape it over your right hand middle finger and pinch it with your index finger to basically just get it out of the way. Alright, now on your right hand thumb, the one that has been wrapped around your thumb for the whole trick, you're going to drop that, and there's going to be that slack. Now on your no, I did that wrong. Give me a moment here, sorry. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's it. So how do I explain that? Okay, so practice the first part of the trick, and just give me a moment, because I'm going to do the trick itself. If you guys want to see the first part of the trick, then look at this and you'll see the first part of the trick. Okay, so far you should have this. And that little spin is just an addition I did. It's no big deal. Okay, I got it. Okay, so what I do is I hook it here, and then what I do is I grab, see these strings right here, the ones, so you were like this, right? What you do is you go up, you turn your palm upward, and you grab those strings. Now, there's going to be this little slack right here. What you're going to do is you're going to grab that slack and pull it with your thumb. Okay, I got it. Okay, good. And then, you see this little bottom, from your point of view, you can't see that, but that's, oh, there it is, a loop. That's a loop wrapped around the string attached to the yo-yo. What you're going to do now is see how my hand is pulling this way. My right hand is pointing, my palm is facing to the right of me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of take my palm out. So now my thumb is only holding on. I'm going to come from the bottom and I'm going to grab the strings like so. So what you do is you're here. You go outward, so while keeping your thumb holding up the top string, and then you stop spinning. Then you come like this, like so, and you grab that bottom, the double string. So that you want to grab the double string. Now once you grab the double string, the single string is kind of just lopped over. So what you do is so basically what you want to do is you want to grab this double string and let the single string just hang like so. And once you have that, you whip the single string over, and then I take you to the last part of the trick, which is not hard at all. So yeah, I'm going to explain this part one more time because I had such trouble with it. It was just so but if you I'll explain the rest of the trick, which is pretty easy, and then I'll explain that part again because some of you may have gotten it from what I explained. If you did, that's awesome, and some of you may not have, so I want to explain that in a lot of detail. So, okay, I'm good for time. Okay, so the rest of the trick is you go here, you get into, I didn't get into a good throw. Okay, your first one, go into your first green triangle, pop out, landed on the second, which I didn't pop out. Again, this movement, which I'm going to do again. Alright, now you're here, right? What you do is you take your hand, the slack is kind of in a knot because of my tension, but in your hand what you do is you take the loop and you flick your wrist back so the loop goes over your wrist. Alright? Then once you do that, the string is going to be draped over you. It's a pretty simple motion, it's not hard at all. You take the single string and you pull it apart like so. Now when you look down, you guys are going to see a kind of the yo-yo kind of wrapped around, wheelie around the string. So to get over that, what you do, you take the yo-yo and you make it go through the strings like so. So the yo-yo is like this, you just put it through the loop. And I'll show that in slow motion. So it's here, you take the loop and you pass it through the front of the yo-yo. So it was like this. Now you can just take the yo-yo and jump it through the string. So it goes through the strings from over. Okay? Now once you have that, very easy, what you have to do, on my left hand, the bottom string, I take the yo-yo and I put it into the bottom string. I drop everything from my wrist and just hold on to the the string that's attached to my hand, and then you get your green triangle. It kind of fell out there, but I'll explain from the hard part one more. Actually, I'll explain that last part one more time and the hard part, and do a overview of the trick. But I think actually I'm going to end the video now, and for those of you that got it good, for those of you that didn't, right now I'm going to make the hard part again because the video will not load if I keep running it. So for those of you that got it, keep practicing, that's great. For those of you that didn't, video's coming up, and for those of you that want an overview of the trick, that have it, I'm going to start off the next video with an overview, so look forward to that. And for those of you that didn't get it, that want to get it and then have an overview, put another overview at the end of the next video. And for those of you that got that, you are very smart. Alright, that's it. Hope you guys learned from this one and the next one. See you next time.